What's going on, everybody? J Coffee Talk here. Sub to the channel, hit the bell. But we're going to talk a little bit about Royce the 5'9's new album, The Allegory. And you got to pay attention, keep your ears open. We're talking about a lot here. You know what I mean? Really take this in. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Eminem Lord Jamar situation. But we're going to cover it all. So just pay attention. As I said, listen, there's a lot going on here. Now, Royce the 5'9", I did a blog yesterday on something that I've been covering, and that's the beef that's going on with Yellow Wolf. Now, that is, something definitely to be paid attention to. You know what I mean? But don't let that distract you from the overall masterpiece and what this album, The Allegory, is. I urge everyone to go out there and listen to it. I rocks with Royce. I feel like most people like Royce, like hip-hop heads or just casual hip-hop fans. I don't feel like anyone really ever has anything negative to say about Royce 5'9's music. You know what I mean? But this album here, and listen, let's check out what exactly an allegory is, right? And this is important when you're taking this project in. I mean, that's probably obvious to most people, being that is the title of the album. But an allegory is a story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. Now, Royce actually has a skit on the album, that covers that. That like they say the definition of an allegory. You know what I mean? And there's a few skits on the album that you really got to pay attention to. Like, this album is meant to be taken in as a whole, kind of like almost like a season of a TV show, where the storyline is so important. Not one of them shows where you can just kind of jump from episode to episode. Like, you got to really listen to in every detail. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely to be continued from track to track. Now, there's another skit on there with Eminem that we're going to talk about in a minute, and as that's kind of what pertains to the Lord Jamar situation. But anyways, getting back to speaking about Royce, this album covers so much. Now, not that Royce was ever shallow or didn't really go into speaking on topics, but this album kind of speaks to a lot of things going on in society that sometimes people always can't agree on, or I don't want to say disagree on, but sometimes it's hard for everyone to look at these things in the same light or same perspective, which that's life, where everyone's different. You know what I mean? Every person's different, not just race or nationality or whatever that can play into it, but just life experiences and things, where you came up, how you came up, just what happened to you the day before last. You know what I mean? In this album, if you really sit back and listen to it, I feel like it can speak to everyone. You feel me? Like, this album is deep, man. Now, as I said, Royce has always been dope. He's always had bars, but really, really sit back, try to listen to this thing as a whole, or at the most in like 2 sittings. You know what I mean? Like, don't break it up too much with the original time you listen to it. Now, as I said, it covers a lot of stuff going on. Like for instance, he's got a dope song with Crooked I called Tricked, and it just kind of talks about like working hard and finances and things like that, and what the big picture is when it comes to a lot of things, like how you can be tricked, and not just with money, with other things going on in this world, just how everyone is tricked so often. He's got a dope song on there with Benny the Butcher, West Side Guns on there. Royce did some production on this album himself, as well as, of course, DJ Premier, who him and Royce have a great working relationship for a long time. But check this out, man. The beats on this album, to me, are a little different at times that may originally throw you off. Like, if you're a Royce fan, when you first listen to this, it's not going to sound exactly like what you expect out of Royce. But I'm telling you, within a couple songs, from the content of the music, mixed with the bars, mixed with everything, the overall presentation, you're going to be really into this and feeling this. So, definitely, everyone, if you've already listened to the album, please get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what I'm speaking on here. But this album was so necessary for hip-hop, for society, for a lot, man. Like it really covers a lot. You know, you feel me? Like Royce really, his last project, Book of Ryan, I praised so much and still do because it was a masterpiece. But Royce actually has outdone himself, like his prior work with Book of Ryan on this one, the Allegory, and it's just so dope to see what Royce has like artistically and the journey he's had in this rap game. Like it's just amazing, man. And you know, like hip hop fans and everyone, like I feel like there's no way you can't appreciate the journey of Royce the 5'9". Now, anyone new to the channel, as I said in the beginning, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. But more importantly, make sure you join the discussion in the comments. That's what this channel's all about. That's what we do on J Coffee Talk, and we don't just talk hip-hop. We talk news, we talk sports, we talk current events, and much more. Now, I'm a, you know, pretty much end my commentary about Royce and his work on this album. I give this thing, like, if I was the source, this thing would get 5 mics. You know what I mean? But I ain't the source, and you know the mics rating system never was too accurate or a great measuring stick, right? But anyways, let's talk about this Eminem Lord Jamar situation a little bit. Okay, now this has been going on for a while. I've been covering this, and you know, my personal feelings was that yes, white people are indeed guests in the house of hip hop, but I felt like Lord Jamar had a little bit of he felt some kind of way about Eminem, to say the least. But with Eminem doing this interview the other day, where he said he was indeed a guest in hip hop, and then Lord Jamar has kind of put up some tweets and everything and said yes, you know, basically like this is a W for him, you know, and he's kind of saying M had an ego and, you know, couldn't name Lord Jamar to just be like he was right, but he did indeed say he was right just without mentioning him. Hopefully now, you know, before I've covered this their situation, but you know, it's been going on for a while. It is what it is. M took the shots he did. I feel like, you know, he just gave him a couple bars here and there, and now with all this going on, you know, prior I was saying, you know, that it was looking like Lord Jamar might drop a diss, but I honestly, I don't think that he's gonna. I think that was just something him and Vlad were doing for the views, and you know, it was an interesting video, you know, talking about who would do the beat and such. But anyways, I don't think it's coming. If it is gonna come, I do welcome it. It'll be great competitive music, as I said before. Rap beefs make for great music as long as it stays on wax and there's no violence or whatever. It's great. It's competitive music, and that's what it is. Now, anyways, how this, so basically what I'm saying though is I hope with this now that maybe they could squash it. Neither of them are ever gonna like each other, but hopefully they can move on from this. But anyways, the way Royce's new album pertains to this is there is, as I said, there's some skits on there. There is a skit on there with Eminem called Perspective, and he covers a lot. He talks about hip hop music, basically like white privilege, and you know how that pertains to the music industry and pertains to everything, and you know, being a guest in hip hop but truly loving hip hop, which I don't feel like anyone ever really doubts that Eminem is. Some people that don't like M say you can't really relate to him, but I feel like people still, you know, no one can honestly sit there with a straight face and say, yo, this man doesn't love hip hop and he is not a student of hip hop. But this skit, this Perspective skit where Eminem talks about rock music, Chuck Berry, Elvis, hip hop, and all that, really speaks to the situation between him and Lord Jamar, in my opinion. So I urge everyone to go out there and check that out. Stop back through, drop some comments about it. Let's have a discussion about that as well. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. But man, there was something else on the Royce album I'm not gonna talk about too much, but I'll just end the video with this. I was shocked. That's another thing, yo. You're gonna learn some things from this album. You're gonna learn a lot from this album. Like they should use this album, the Allegory, to teach a college course, like dead ass. Now, did you know though, I never knew this, that ice cream trucks, and this is true. You can fact check it. It's not just something I heard on the Royce album and then I'm like, oh, it's fact because Royce said it. It's fact because you can fact check it. Ice cream trucks in America ride around playing a racist song that was put out by Columbia Records back in 1916. Isn't that wild? Like, you know, obviously the words, the ice cream song just plays the music or the beat or whatever, but the instrumental, but the words don't get played. But that's just still crazy that that song gets played like that today in modern times, man. But anyways, just wanted to end, you know, this video with that. Like I said, there's a lot of things to be learned from this album. Get in the comments. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. It's J Coffee Talk, blog, sports, music, news, life, current events, and much more. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a great day. I'm out of here. Peace.